to Cooking on the Block. Hi, I'm Chef Ellie Espo. Today we're going to work with pork tenderloin. Okay, I went to the store, and normally you get 2 pork tenderloins in the package. So today I only need 1 to work with because we're going to make cutlets out of them. So of course I wrapped up the rest and we're going to put it in the freezer so you always have another one on hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to make cutlets out of them, just like chicken cutlets, okay? We're going to make a great pan sauce to go over it with apples and apple cider. It's going to be really good. Okay, now first I want to show you how to prep your cutlets. This is very simple. As long as you have a meat mallet on hand and a good knife. So you're going to cut the tenderloin into about 1-inch pieces, okay? And then we're going to take the flat side. We're just going to pound it out. And you want to pound it out to about 1/4 inch thick. Oop, that flew away from me. Okay, and just put it on your platter and continue with the rest. Now this is going to make for quick cooking in the pan because we're going to saute it. Okay, we're going to dredge it with our salt and pepper, and we're going to give it a quick cook in the pan. And then we'll be ready to make our pan sauce after that. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Now, of course, in our flour, we have some sea salt, some cracked black pepper, and we're going to give that a mix. Okay, so then we just coat it very lightly, and we'll get our olive oil and butter is foaming so we can start with our sauteing. I mean, how easy is this? Okay, so once I get all these going, I'll show you the pan sauce and we'll be good to go for dinner. Okay. Look how beautiful. I got them lined up on my platter, and I want to keep them warm. That's why you see the tin foil. I have them nicely brown. See? I have them nicely brown. Okay? I'm just going to line them up. And I'm going to just set my saute pan to the side because we need that fat in there for all our other ingredients. But I want to keep my cutlets warm. So I have them on top of the stove. I'm just going to lightly put a piece of tin foil over it, okay? Because our sauce is going to be nice and hot when we put it on. So in my pan here, I have the brown bits because they're good for your sauce. You need that flavor, okay? And we're going to add some. Now we're going to make our apple cider sauce, okay? So we need some shallots, okay? And we're going to get these nice and brown, okay? Okay, now my shallots got nice and brown and caramelized. And this is what you want it to get, all them brown bits up because they're our friend. We're going to make, the sauce is going to get flavored from that because of the pork, you know, juices are in there. So you want that. So we're going to put it back on the stove and we're going to add our other delicious ingredients now, okay? Now it's the layering and the composing now, okay? And you have to let things cook down before you add the other components, okay? So we have fresh thyme, okay? Let that cook. You hear it spatting at me? Okay, now we're going to add our delicious sliced Fuji apples. Okay, now they're a sweet tart apple, and that's what I want. And they're fairly firm apples, so they're going to stand up to me sauteing them, okay? So we're going to let that cook a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to add our sherry wine, okay? Smells really good. Now we're going to have to let this cook down a little bit because we want the alcohol to cook off, but we're going to leave the flavor. Okay, now look how beautiful that looks. The apples stayed really nice and they didn't, you know, they're cooked a little bit, but they didn't break down. You want them to stay in the slice and keep the skins on when you do the apples, okay? Because I like the red. You need it for color. Okay, now our other delicious ingredients. We have some champagne mustard, and you can find that in any supermarket. You know, there's millions of mustards out there. Go and play. You know, when you go down your list of ingredients, just don't go for French's mustard. You know, get creative. Now we're going to add apple cider. Now that's going to lend a little sweetness, okay? But you know, with our mustard in there and our wine, it's not going to be overly sweet, okay? Now what I want to do is add some seasoning. I want to add some cracked pepper. I have some sea salt. And I do have some chicken broth on hand. And it looks like I want to add just a little bit to it, okay? I added about 1/4 cup. Then we're going to let this sauce reduce. And we'll be ready to sauce up our pork cutlets. Okay, our sauce is ready. The apples, they stayed really, really together, and I'm excited about that. If they break down a little, that's not a problem, but you don't want applesauce. You want it to be, doesn't that look delicious? Look at that. Oh, man, and the smell is amazing. Now, we're going to let that hang out for a little bit. I want to show you a side that we're going to do with this. It's so easy. Brussels sprouts, I know, not everybody likes Brussels sprouts. But you just take the leaves of the Brussels sprouts. We got some good bacon. Now, we got pork, we got bacon. Can't get better than that. I saved some of the bacon grease. I have it in my saute pan. In a minute, I'll show you. We're going to saute this up, just wilt it, and we're going to drizzle delicious balsamic on it. Can't be any easier, and it will go great with this dish. So, in a minute, I'll show you how it all comes together. Okay, guys, that took literally like 5 minutes. Now look how nice and bright and green it stayed. Look at this, is such a healthy, delicious salad. A little bit of the bacon grease. I'm talking minuscule, not even about 1/4 teaspoon I used. Okay, we're gonna put some sea salt. Okay, then just sprinkle some of that bacon, okay, that I told you about. Now, just going to add a little touch of really good balsamic vinegar from Modena, okay? The smell is amazing. So, everyone, this is another Cooking on the Block, and I'm Chef Ellie Espo. Bon appetito.